Well, this weekend, Formula One made their way to Spain for the fifth round on the 21-leg calendar. The Spanish Grand Prix, of course, took place at the beautiful Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya in Barcelona, a favourable track among the drivers. Possible reason could be, of course, because of the good mix of high and low-speed corners there. Now, to talk to us through the battles, the crashes and overtakes, motoring journalist Ciro De Siena joins us this morning in studio. Always a pleasure to see you, man.
Good morning.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Are you well?
Very good, thank you.
It's been a while. It's been a while seeing you this early in the morning. But glad to have you here talking about Formula One. 5 races in right now.
Yep.
And, sheesh, Mercedes looks like they are dominating once again. They set the record now for... Is it 5 1-2?
5 1-2s in a row.
In a row.
Yeah.
What on earth?
Reporting on this season has been the easiest job in the world. I just sit here and I go, right, Merck dominated. Thanks very much. We're all done. Let's go have a coffee. That's pretty much the end of the story.
Yeah,
so,
take us through the rest.
So the record used to be 3 1-2s in a row. Then it was 4 1-2s in a row set by Merck. Now it's 5 1-2s in a row for the first 5 races.
Wow.
So the Bottas out-qualified his teammate Hamilton, which has actually happened more often than not this year. But Hamilton, more often than not, gets the jump on him into the first corner and then just runs away with the race. And that's exactly what happened in Spain. But it was a very interesting first corner. Vettel, Hamilton, Bottas went into the corner 3 wide. Verstappen nearly crashed into the back of them. He managed to get out of the way. But Hamilton came out front in that and then basically led the race for the rest of the day. So he is now leading the championship, followed by Bottas, followed by the young Flying Dutchman, they call him, Max Verstappen in the Red Bull Honda.
Who's proving to be quite a thorn on the side of Ferrari. We'll talk about that in a second. But what do you think it is that's resulting in Mercedes' dominance once again?
It's a really tricky one. You know, I mean, we could get super technical and put the entire audience to sleep, but it seems to be the difference in aerodynamics between Mercedes-Benz and basically the whole rest of the field.
Yeah.
So Mercedes-Benz thought in pre-season testing they weren't going to keep up with Ferrari because Ferrari at pre-season testing, which was on this racetrack, were way faster than everyone else. So going into this weekend, Ferrari would have had really high hopes that they could catch Merck. But Merck brought an upgraded aero package. He gave them 0.4 of a second, which in Formula One is like a week. And, and Ferrari, trying to catch up, moved their new engine forward, brought it to this weekend, and I actually think they might have rushed it slightly, didn't get exactly what they wanted out of this new engine. So even though they brought all these upgrades, they just couldn't keep up with Mercedes-Benz. And that must have been very painful for them.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a long season ahead because we're only 5 races in. And like you said, they already, even with the improvements there, they're being outpaced at the very track that they were testing at. In terms of Max Verstappen, rather, being a thorn in the side of Ferrari, what's he doing right now to prove to be a difficulty for them?
You know, this guy, I nearly said kid. I was about to sound really old there. But so he started racing in Formula One, youngest driver ever, 17 years old. Now he's the ripe old age of 21, and he has 24 podiums to his name. This kid is unbelievable.
Wow.
I did say kid there.
Yeah.
So he split the Ferraris off the podium and took 3rd place, and now he's actually 3rd in the championship as well, which must be very frustrating for 4-time world champion Vettel, who should be right up there chasing Hamilton and Bottas, but actually he's almost 50 points behind them, which is 2 race wins. So Verstappen's doing really well. He's getting everything he can out of that Red Bull Honda. It's a slightly slower car than the Ferrari and the Mercedes-Benz, but he is squeezing every last drop out of that car, and that is the mark of a really great driver.
Wow. Are you looking at any of the bigger teams, if you will, trying to poach him in the future? Does that even happen in Formula One?
Yeah, so there are rumors. There's always rumors in Formula One. It's like Gossip Girl with cars. But there's rumors that Max Verstappen his management's talking to Mercedes-Benz. But I think that was before Bottas was having like the best season of his entire life.
Exactly.
So I suspect Max Verstappen will stay at Red Bull Honda. And you never count Red Bull out. They've got an incredible technical team behind them. If they can get their aero right, I have a feeling they'll be right at the backside of Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah. What do we have to look forward to now in the season?
So, next up, Monaco. Not really a race, more of a show. I love Monaco. It's beautiful to watch.
Because you go there every year, of course.
I absolutely wish. If anyone's listening and would like to...
I do some great live reporting.
It's glitzy, it's glamorous, it's a really beautiful circuit. The sun's usually shining, the boats are in the bay. It's a great race. And to win at Monaco is really on a lot of drivers' bucket lists, so it'll be a good race.
Fantastic stuff, Ciro. Thank you very much for joining us on this Monday morning. Have a good week. week.
Thank you.
Those are the highlights of this past weekend's Spanish Grand Prix, and we have Monaco to look forward to.